ecology's just getting to be enough that it can support enough salamanders for us to spring out of there. And I think by by Monday we'll be on our way. We'll be developing flippers and feet by then.
That's amazing.
Tiki.
Check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Wake the farm up, yo.
Welcome to Wake the Farm Up's special mashup mix of Hulaween 2023. Going out, catching the voices in the elemental sanctuary of Duality, cruising around Spirit Lake. We got ya. Hulaween, all the people there, amazing. Let's bring it together. Let's hear what they got to say.
Portals of change, ever a trace. Decolonization of my mind space. Growing in surrendered prayer zones. Connected with mycelium and cell phones. I'm in a deep elf quest. Curious, and that's the rest. And that's the rest.
Fortitude 0. We need a golf cart down here. We have some moss that needs special placement.
Copy that. We'll get right on it.
We're down at Hulaween. Build. My office is in a spider's butt. Pulling tools out, moving things around. Attaching mushrooms to trees. Building archways. Building nests. Safe places, whimsical places. Places to enjoy incredible audio. Right now, this is the sound of the Sewanee Music Park as it prepares. Back that up! Back that up!
Share with us, what's your guys' names?
I'm Carly.
Carly?
Ivan.
Ivan?
Yeah.
You guys came down from Colorado to Hulaween?
Yeah, we're living out in Golden, like right outside of Denver.
Awesome. And you're thinking about Florida though, huh?
Yeah, so we just got hooked up with like a work trade on an urban farm called 15th Street Farm in St.Petes. They're building out a kitchen so you can do like farm to table dinners and stuff, and they're also working on like the permaculture idea of like communities, so making sure that people are fed and stuff, like doing meals for people like in the weekdays from like fresh from the garden. So they're working on making sure like all the communities fed with like good nutritious food, which is
That's really cool.
yeah.
And encouraging people to grow food and do things like that in the community there. Can you repeat the name of the farm? And is that a farm that we can help like share listeners that are in the area or anybody traveling through can support them?
Yeah, totally. So it's called 15th Street Farm. It's right downtown St. Petersburg. It actually originally started as there was like a halfway house next door, and they opened it as like a therapy garden for the people who were living there, just to help them keep busy and get back to the land. And now they're trying to, that halfway house closed, so they're building a kitchen. And you can go, the kitchen's not done yet, but we're hoping to have it done by January. And it's going to be a space where you can come and eat good food and you can share in meals. It's going to be all family style, so it's trying to be communal, sort of. And then they're also one day going to have like the living wall, and it's going to be like an herbal space, so there's going to be like yoga and like herbal classes and stuff.
That's all with the 15th Street Farm.
Yeah, totally.
It's amazing.
And yeah, I mean,
are they on Instagram and stuff like at 15th Street Farm?
You know, I'm not sure.
They have a website
handles,
too.
But they do have a website and a Facebook page.
We'll keep connected. We'll make sure it's in the footnotes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Totally. Yeah, and they're always, of course, you know, looking for people to come help out and volunteer. You can go volunteer there. There's a lot of work to still be done with the kitchen, so I'm sure, you know, they're taking people to come lend a hand. And
it's amazing, like in a place like there, especially compared to Colorado, right? Like you can have the gardens producing something pretty much all year long.
Yeah, totally. And it's like a totally different growing season and a lot more, kind to growing and stuff like that. So it should be really cool. Like the vision is there, and the guy who's running it is so kind, and it's great people.
Who's the guy running it?
His name's Emmanuel, and he's had that property for about 10 or 15 years, and he's just been growing it slowly by slowly, and
that's Emmanuel.
Yeah, and we were visiting Carly's parents, and we just happened to run across it, and they needed some help. And
so you have family in the area there? Or?
Yeah, my parents live up at an old farm.
So you're familiar with the plants in the area and the different growing seasons?
Yeah, cool. For sure. Yeah, try to be. I mean, I just finished the PDC actually. It just ended in October.
Where did you get your PDC from?
I did it through Regenerative Education of Denver. They work closely with Doug, which is like Denver Urban Gardening.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was
Which Doug?
No, like Doug is the name of the organization.
DUG, okay.
Yeah, like Denver Urban Gardening.
Urban Gardening, I like that.
Yeah,
I totally dig that.
So I learned a little bit about it and stuff, and now I'm just trying to implement it.
Yeah. Instead of being out in the winter out there and kind of waiting until the season comes around, we're gonna be down here now, so a little bit. Yeah.
I love with so for me, I'm an exploratory forager, and I've been in the St.Petes area and eaten Barbados cherries and sea grapes, and there's so many different fun things for me being from the Midwest, you know.
Totally, like whole new thing to discover. And there, the food doesn't grow like here, like not like the fruit everywhere. Like, remember the first time I was in California, and it was my first like work trade on like a farm, and just being out there and being able to just like pick fruit from a tree. I had that luxury. I grew up in Chicago, so it was like totally different experience to be somewhere like that has a different food climate.
Yeah.
Like ours is just corn and apples, I guess, stuff like that. So.
Well, there's a lot of variety in all the places. It's kind of fun. It's fascinating, and you see when you learn like different ecosystem patterns, you see how like when you go to a different ecosystem, the patterns are similar, just like different species in the little elemental vector points, you know. And
it's really cool.
How the nutrients cycle together.
Foraging is something I'm definitely wanting to get more into and knowledgeable about, you know. It's something you have to have a lot of knowledge about too, just going out and eating stuff. You have to be like a little versed in what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just go out there and start eating.
There's a lot of them, especially in, Florida, that are on the streets, like loquats that a lot of people aren't even eating. They're just kind of growing them because it's a tree that was there.
Yeah.
So it's fun for me when I do find the people that are eating them. Maybe they eat a mostly conventional diet or something, but there's like finding out what those other odd things are. Not odd, but unique things that they're bringing into their diet from the land around them.
Yeah. We have like linden a lot in Denver, a linden tree. So everywhere, every park, every sidewalk. And it's so good for you. And I didn't even know about it. I was walking past them all the time, and it's so useful. And it's just so available. It's crazy.
Are you eating the leaves?
So
are you eating the flowers?
Use the flowers and the leaves. So it's like it produces like mucus membrane in your body, and it also is an antioxidant. So a plant, I guess. I'm just saying what one of my teachers told me.
Yeah, what you're learning.
So
I'm learning from you too.
Yeah. I guess a lot of plants don't have both of those qualities, the antioxidant and the rebuilding the mucus membrane.
Okay.
So the linden is like a super powerful plant, and it's like way more antioxidant than even turmeric. Like, so it's just growing everywhere. It's got little white flowers on it and little yellow, like pretty lime green leaves. So I think it is like in the lime family or something like that, because it's got similar.
I know they have like this interesting flower that has like a fake leaf.
Okay.
With the little leaf, the flower kind of coming out of the middle of that.
And I think once it turns yellow, you're not supposed to eat it or use it. It's like past the thing, but it's like you get them when they're white, and they're a really powerful antioxidant. That's
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else you guys would love to share about anything along, like, how's your hula experience?
Man, it's been great.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even plan on coming out here, and just everything, you know, we purposely missed our flight to go here, and then just everything worked out, you know, and we just, what we put out and our intentions and everything always comes back, and it just always works out, you know.
We've met really great people.
Yeah.
We're out here working, so it's been really fun. Everyone's been really nice.
What project have you guys been working on?
Oh, we're not really working a project. We're just like
helping out, pretty much doing everything. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's work. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're just out here making sure everything stays nice and beautiful and doesn't get all washed into the rivers and the forests and stuff.
Yeah, we clean Spirit Lake every morning.
Yeah,
we clean Spirit Lake and get all the little micro trash and all that.
And it's also fun. We do find stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ground score.
Find
Yeah, we're
things,
like
give things away, little
we're getting paid to ground
cute little
score.
things.
Like fun little trinkets.
Yeah, exactly.
This morning in the nest here, I found a little tiny skull, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
There's all these other things. But that was a fun. And then a sticker that it was a tarot card that said Empress.
Oh yeah.
So it was like my tarot reading for the morning, you know, from the oracles of the grounds.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's fun. All
Just came to you.
Yeah, it's been great. Everyone's been so kind, as always, you know, this community's amazing. Yeah, well, awesome. What was your name?
I'm Ande the Elf.
Ande the Elf?
Yeah, say your name one more time.
Carly.
Carly and Ivy.
Awesome.
Nice to
Well,
meet
it was
you
so
guys.
nice to meet you, Ande. And I'm going to type your podcast name in my notes.
So, beautiful.
Stand in the sand.
Goes to the line for people.
Dan, stand in the sand. Dan, stand. Should we get our notebook?
Yeah.
Noted.
I'm accessing mine right now.
Alrighty. So like I said, this is going to be the most chill interview, hopefully, that you've ever had. The first thing that we'd love to have you do is to just introduce who you are, whether it's your individual name, it's your art name, and ultimately what you're doing here this week.
Hi.
All right. I'm Alex Hill, or AlexHillChillCreations.
Moss Boss.
And this is Moss Boss. This is the ESD, the Elemental Sanctuary of Duality. So this is my install that I co-create with my friends.
This is your second year doing this?
This is my second year at Hula, running this install, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the origin story of this install and how this install ended up coming to Spirit Lake.
So this was always just an extra garden space in Spirit Lake for about 4 or 5 years. And I first started as a volunteer working on it. And then it just kind of evolved. And then last year it became my own installation. Just because we kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and making more structures and just chill zones and lounges for people to hang out and relax and enjoy this with.
Cool. So going on 2 years now, what's the spark? Or to ask the question differently, I recently learned in bird watching, people who bird watch, the first bird that gets them into bird watching is called their spark bird.
Okay.
Which I thought was like a really beautiful concept.
Well, let me jump in on there a little bit. Here, I'll stay over here. So I'm Ande the Elf. I'm a field ecologist that happens to love music, and I do projects with birds. My first bird was the king bird. Their taxonomical name is Tyrannus. Fascinating, cute little tiny bird, you know, but just like that one just brought me in, like fascinated by his name, all the things, and got into it. So I got into the EST here with Alex last year as well. Kind of called in being a bryologist, budding bryologist, really into moss, really into plants, and have connected with each other at other festivals where I've brought permaculture to music festivals as well. So we're doing all this stuff really like with natural materials, you know, stuff, real plants from the land. We're foraging for a lot of our art materials.
And a lot of the moss and stuff we put back in nature, so it's not just thrown away. We repurpose everything.
Inspired by, you know, artists of the past, you know, like the famous painters, they had to go out and collect their own rocks and crush them into powders to make their oils. They didn't just go to the art store or something, you know. So we're trying to kind of tap into that full connection of what we're doing, how we're doing it. And that's, you know, creates a lot of what you feel when you come in here, when it comes alive.
For sure. Well, and to that point, one of the things we've really been enjoying is every installation really has like a radiant energy to it, right? And so I'm curious, like when you were constructing this in your mind and working the, you know, the different materials, is there a specific goal in mind in terms of what you're hoping the guests are going to experience? Is there like a focused vision, or are you going for something very general?
I just want them to feel safe and at home and comfortable and in just like a really natural, safe space, that like a chill zone and a lounge where, you know, they feel fine.
Love that.
For me, I definitely want to create a space that, you know, you can feel safe and like feel like you can be yourself in, but it also is creating some inspirational, whimsical wonderment that brings your imagination, you know, somewhere that after the festival you remember how you felt in this experience by the spirit of the lake.
Pretty awesome. I mean, it's clearly a very, very magical place. And I'm curious about your experience this week. So when did you all arrive? What's your build out been like? And what's been the vibe with the production team?
It's been great. I've worked with this production team for about 12 years. Not only just here, every hula, but all around the world. And it's literally coming home here specifically. I got here about a week ago, and I have an amazing team of crushers that they could just pause. I put them on a project. You have half a day. I walk away for 30 minutes, and it's done. They pause time.
Pause.
It's been a really great experience. This is my most favorite build and show of all the gigs that I do, and that's all I do nonstop all year. Yeah, nice. This is the most special one.
Yeah.
Magic. Magic is real.
Beyond magic.
Yeah.
Possibility of that beyond, you know, like people can experience and understand magic everywhere, but like when you get to that, like beyond things, you know, like when it gets beyond like black or white or positive or negative, you know, there's something about that here, you know, it's dark, it's light, all at the same time, you know, something beyond.
I love it.
Appreciate you guys catching this like documentation, like, you know, I'm catching what you're doing. That's like awesome archives, man.
Yeah, we're trying to create something as magical as the art that you guys have created, you know, and it's, I've said it before, you'll hear me say it 1,000 times. It's a real joy to get to be here in service of all of this work, you know. It's very much a positive feedback loop, and we're all winning here.
The forests are calling deep from the moss. The creatures emerge from the swamp early in the morning. Early in the morning, all day. Late at night, all day. Dragons, orange-maned unicorns, raccoons with vests of amanita, woven with love, squeaks of joy, squeaks of the sorrows and pains of the world we dance away. The pains of the world we dance away. The elves of the forest, the fairies come out and dance. The veils are thin. We move with the mist. What was your name? Critta Wild.
Critta, C-R? Yeah, okay. C-R-I-T-T-A, W-I-L-D. Critta Wild.
Critta Wild, bro. Love you.
Love you too, brother.
If this could be any encouragement, support, you seem like the brother might like be on social media, but if you have anything.
I'm on Instagram and Facebook, actually. Because of my career, it kind of implies it.
Here, spit it into there, too.
Critta Wild! Critta Wild! Wild!
I need one business.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, bro. Love you, Critta Wild. What are you name again? So you're at Critta Wild?
Yeah, anyway.
I get 1 point on that.
Oh yeah, bro.
Together, man.
Much love, bro. Love you too.
You have some cats? I love the sound. You are not the leader.
You are not the leader.
Yeah, my favorite Psytrance songs have Alan Watts speaking in the background.
You are not the leader.
Just random.
See, what kind of things brought you to Hulaween? What's your name? You want to share your name and if you got a social
Elli.
that you care if people find or not?
Yeah, I'm Elli, and I'm a tattoo artist. And
Nice.
I go by Soul Markings on Instagram. Underscore. Yeah. No,
At the
you're
beginning?
Soul and then underscore and then markings. Yeah.
Soul markings. Cool.
Yeah.
Elli.
And this is James.
James? James. Nice to meet you,
Or
James.
sorry, Phabulous. Phabulous with a PH.
James with a PH.
Fabulous with a PH.
Yeah, that would have been really funny. Spell that?
Yeah, it's James with a PH. So that's pretty neat. Where do you do tattoo artwork?
I kind of do it really wherever.
Travel.
I travel, but right now we're based in Jacksonville.
Okay.
I used to do it in LA and then New York, and I like to do conventions and travel to different places. Yeah. So, but I'm like residing in Chicago.
Jacksonville, okay. Somehow Chicago came in though.
Well, because I was at the convention.
That's okay. Yeah, gotcha. Is there, I know there's amazing art here. What do you think of the art?
There really is amazing art here, and actually it's like really inspired me to get more in touch with my art. Because I've seen a lot of really powerful creators. I feel really like, I don't know, happy to see that.
Yeah, I love that.
You don't only see like creators and artists in their full potential, and I see a lot of work that it feels like they realize their full potential, which is really beautiful and inspiring.
Yeah, I think that's what it does. It inspires and then it builds on it. You know, community of artists seeing each other, putting in 120%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And certain guidelines are not part of the role.
Right. And about the guidelines.
Safety, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's like a Halloween festival, but they had the restrictions that it couldn't be gory, it had to be horror-based, it couldn't be sexual. And I just think that that's so amazing. It's such good art direction from the top.
Yeah, of course some of it edges there, but
No, sure. But it creates a really safe environment. When you have like good vibrations, even during a time of death, like Halloween.
Love that, yeah. I like how a lot of the cliche Halloween ornamentations are not around the spirit of the lake here. Yeah. Outside, when you get out into the 80 acres, there's more of the blow up.
yard ornaments and things. But yeah, in here I like how they really keep it curated to original art. Like it's whimsical and it throws your imagination into a whole other realm with.
Yeah. Well, and I think sometimes you can get really like disenchanted when you're creating because I don't know. I guess sometimes like for me, I feel so passionate, and I feel sometimes like it's not enough, you know, what I'm doing. But to like see people's work that have such a strong impact on me, that just makes me feel empowered because I'm like, oh my god, I can do that with my messages, and that just brings me back to life.
Wake the farm up.
Back to school, 8 more years. Toasted. You can't be a specialist for toast removal. You know, that's one of those organs that are high in demand. You know, where else do we get toast from but from alien body parts? You know, it's 2023. Hey, excuse me, what was your name again, murderer? Fabra, that's right.
Art for Barbie. Art Barbie.
Yeah, how many years of schooling did you have in alien organ removal? You have the right shaped glasses for the job, though, so it makes sense.
They're specialized.
Specialized. Oh. That one looks hard with the little leaves on it.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Alien biopsy. Do you need any alien body parts? You know where toast comes from, right? You like toast? This is where toast comes from. We're looking for more toast harvesters. That's it. See. Very delicately. Ah, 8 more years of schooling. 8 more years. I can't handle that. We'll let you on the next ship. I'll try. Wake the farm up. Yo. Is this the taper section? It doesn't look like the taper section from the cheese show in 1998. Okay. That's your totem. got an incident down here. Got a cheese slut. Cheese slut. Where's the cheese? Where's the... Oh! What's up, mossy person? What's up, cheese sluts? What up?
Sound, it's not the answer you're looking for, but it really is the whole experience. You know, after being here for as many years as I have, in so many iterations, this by far has been the best one. And it's nice to see us tracking in a way that is upwards, you know, where there is no bell curve at this point. It's the roller coaster that just keeps going up, you know. Just in case you needed it. I mean, how do you describe this? Like, I had to make a slideshow to tell my parents what I actually do, you know. when I was trying to buy insurance for my LLC, talking to the insurance adjuster, I had to really dial it back. Because, sometimes I build stuff, and then there's fire, and heavy machinery, and sometimes I think I'm trash, you know, like, if you want to change your life, be with the family, see something that you've never seen before, and something you never made up, suspected, like, in the craziest ways, this just happens.
Thank you. That's it. I'm going to call it right there, my friend. Promised under 10 minutes. I landed at 9:55. It was the best.
Throat of steel.
What is it, the 2 nights before Thanksgiving 2023? No, that'd be Halloween.
2 nights before, what is it?
Halloween. What is it, 29th?
Yeah, it's 2
Don't
nights.
you start off the date?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, so here we are. We're on the backside of catering. You know, we've been having conversations with some of the other artists and builders that help create the events here. I want you guys to introduce yourselves here. This has been amazing down here at Hulaween. So right now we got our homie up here that I'm friends with from summer camp originally. You guys can go back and check out those episodes, but check them out.
You're Illinois too? Or we got summer camp?
No, I'm pointing at you. So go ahead and say your name real quick.
Tim Bennedict. Orion Organics is my little farm apiary north of summer camp in northwest Illinois. And I bring the honeybees down for pollination education station. And I guess I knew Ande and others that were coming from SCAMP here. I wanted to join the fun and help out.
Yeah.
It was a little blast.
Soul patching it everywhere we go.
Oh, 16-hour drive? What's that?
That's a little bit more of a stretch from Illinois to Illinois, huh?
I think the bees could do it though. I want to just kind of see what the setup was before I brought them.
Maybe make a couple more connections with a few beekeepers in the area that might be able to have what you need to like plug and play.
Thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring down the observation hive.
That would be cool.
Rent them.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Just to include in the conversation, will you introduce yourself and like share? This is my homie from the electric forest too.
Oh.
So we're bringing little bridges here in this little community. But you're doing some amazing stuff here at Hulaween with Oasis. I'd love to hear a little bit briefly more about on that too and how Oasis has been doing here. I love the space.
I will. I'm Brian Blessed. And I'm on my way out. But I can tell you about what we did at the Healing Oasis. We served some tea, we read some cards, we gave some coaching, we did some dancing, we did some breathing, we played damn near 20 instruments.
Dang.
Yeah, we did all kinds of fun stuff with great people, beautiful people, had beautiful experiences, connected with one another, shared a lot of love, and just had all of that good hula fam love. It was really beautiful. And we're so grateful that we got to be here and share that.
I was walking by Oasis this morning while I was digging in power lines that had been kicked up.
Trench Town.
And just amazing vibe and music came out of Oasis. And I just stopped there and danced with my shovel for a bit, swayed back and forth.
Nice.
And whoever instructor was you had there, like, welcomed me in. So I danced a bit.
Sweet. Yeah.
You don't need an appointment for that.
So I figured out, here that a lot of the stages I noticed this year, from certain points, you'll see a big sign that says B-E-E-R. Really big.
Burr?
Here.
I gotta say one thing. I gotta jump off because I'm gonna go see Pretty Lights.
Okay, but
Thank you for
hear me out so you know what these B-E-E-R signs say. They stand for Base Elves Eat Roots. So when you're out there in the forest, think about it. The base elves are down there underneath of all of us, and they're eating roots.
Base elves.
Yeah, that sign's there just to remind you of that. Somehow that makes that whole sign just a whole better experience.
I would be here now.
Yeah, bees. R-rated bees.
I'm gonna bring you honey next time. A bunch of honey for your tea.
I look forward to
That's
it.
beautiful.
Should have, if I'd known you earlier, I would have brought you
Cool.
Drip.
Bottles. Nice.
All right, you'll have that
Good to
next
meet you,
year.
Tim.
You too.
Blessings, brother.
Thanks for joining, Bless.
Elf, good to see you, brother.
Good seeing you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for including me in your show.
Yeah, catch up with you.
I will see you again soon.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Connect me through there, easy, and then we'll connect. And I'd love to connect anything that would support and encourage you on the footnotes here. Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Such good people here, my God.
Yeah. I love the backstage.
So Andy, you want to come to the farm someday? I mean, we're like Indiana, Illinois.
Yeah. It's got to be
What the
like
heck?
4 hour zone between. You know what's really cool in between us too that I thought about? Turkey Run.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about,
what's
right?
Turkey Run?
How far is that for you?
Is that at what state?
Indiana, just right over the border, to the west of Indianapolis.
Yeah, it'd be like 3 hours maybe.
Maybe, okay.
Yeah. Indianapolis is like 3.5.
I remember Jimmy saying it was like 2.5 from Peoria.
Okay, he goes straight east.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm still
northwest.
recording, huh?
We could continue this.
I'll remember that whole agreement. Yeah, we're gonna hang out together, man.
Yeah.
This is good.
This is so good.
Yeah. So, Tim, do you have anything? I mean, you and I have had some amazing conversations, next level about bees. Could you maybe share briefly a little bit about, I had asked you a question about when bees are out collecting pollen, do they collect from mushrooms as well? And I had asked you that because you had mentioned an observation outside the hives. Can you share that story?
Well, bees do kind of lap away, lick the mushroom itself. It wouldn't be pollen. It might be more like spores.
Spores coming from that, yeah.
And it's fascinating. I don't think many beekeepers even know where to put that in the whole science of beekeeping, because it's known that you just have nectar and pollen are the two main imports, and then salts and minerals, water. But nectar and pollen, and then they can make all these various products out of those two inputs by putting into one of their stomachs, adding certain enzymes and letting it digest, fester, ferment, whatever, and then they spit up generally the end product.
Honey.
Wax to build a new honeycomb, those 3/8 inch hexagons perfectly arranged. They kind of do that like a 3D printer.
Wow.
Or they can put it in another stomach, add different enzymes, and make propolis, which seals up the joints. Old-time beekeepers, winter maintenance, you scrape all the propolis out of your hives, get them all clean for next year. We found that it's like a force field against microbes and viruses and bacteria. Propolis is a wondrous element. A lot of cultures actually will just chew on a little propolis for oral hygiene.
I've seen it in toothpastes and other products.
Really? Yeah. I had a friend.
Royal jelly.
Royal jelly is another output they can cough up, so to speak.
Because that comes from
the
queen, right? Or is that
from their head somewhere?
Interesting.
No, the workers
so it's not
make
just from
that.
the queen, the workers do.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The workers will make that, and then they'll put it in the cells of a little bit in each of the baby larvae before they're capped and let to kind of incubate, you know. But if they need to replace their hive, their queen, if she's faltering, they'll give a few of those open brood cells, little larvae, a little extra royal jelly. I mean, like half a drop more. And that will change the DNA of that larva to grow up into a queen.
Wow.
In 6 weeks,
Like-
she'll emerge.
Like for sure it does it, or
I'm sorry, 3 weeks.
Like so when they do that, like it pretty much for sure does that, or it's like a percent of them turn into queens, or is it?
No, I think it's pretty certain. If they get
Wow,
if
that's
they get
fascinating.
extra royal jelly, changes their DNA, they develop into a larger bee that can kind of command the respect of the whole hive. So they'll do that. They'll make a handful of queens, which will hatch, and then they'll fight it out, and the strong will survive.
Yeah. That's so fascinating. So they just like fight it out, and the queen that rises to the top is the queen.
Yeah.
Nice. That's how it works.
So the queen does not boss anybody around. She's a servant of the people. She works her ass off, laying thousands of eggs a day during the peak summer.
Yeah.
And they'll move her around to different parts of the hive. They'll adjust her diet, what they're giving her. More pollen at times, increased brood production, you know, and then the bee will, this time of year, the bee is giving birth or laying eggs of a new kind of bee, the winter bee that has more fat cells and stuff. And then she will lay, she'll kind of fertilize a handful of larvae to become male bees. There's only a small percentage every summer that are male bees. And she does that not so she can mate with them, but so that they can fly out and mate with other queens.
Fill their hives.
So the bees work together collectively as a species, but independently as a colony, you know.
Gotcha.
This time of year, it's also the nectar dearth, and there isn't much out there. So they're defensive of the honey they have, and they'll fight other bees to keep their honey. But they'll work collectively as a species.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, just even thinking of collectively working together, thinking of the festival where we're at, you know, we gotta go check out a show. Let's go check out Pretty Lights.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like one more question for now. I'd love to do a whole episode with you. I know a lot of our regular listeners would be totally fascinated by the things you have to share in the world of bees.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we'll
cut it. But you know, just one thing, Festy Zone. You know, what are some of the things that get you passionate about sharing that in a music festival environment?
There's so much to be learned from bees on how to work together collectively.
Yeah.
And if you look at this, we're like a big family here, but we also are, you know, we have our colony, we have our hive, maybe it's our campsite, it's a group of friends, but you see somebody fall and you'll definitely take care of them afterwards, you know. You're not gonna let them lay there.
Yeah.
So we help each other out big time.
Connecting that all up.
Yeah.
Seeing each other's patterns.
And this happens so irregularly, you know? It's such a special moment when we all come together like this.
Wake the farm up, you know? Night time.
Let's go be and dance with our friends.
Yeah, Pretty Lights.
Yeah, I feel really strongly about
was confined animal feedlots. And like I was younger, I didn't know like that was probably not the best thing to go and do.
Yeah.
But I was taking it in, you know, I enjoyed yoga, so I was like, this is an interesting connection, you know?
Yeah, and little seeds throughout your life. Like I had seen videos of animal cruelty before, but like you said, I was young. Like I was like, my parents know best. So I'm sure if they say it's fine, you know? And you have those little seeds throughout your life, and then one day you start to be like, wait, I don't have to contribute to this. Like I have the power to stop my small percentage of contribution.
Yeah, I might do something different. Somebody might think it's weird, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I feel really grateful to be here, and I feel inspired to, you know, like see the other side of it, see the side where I can share that message, as opposed to constantly thinking about like how difficult it is for me to like connect to other people about that, you know?
Yeah.
So, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for being on Wake the Farm Up.
Yeah, for sure. Wake the Farm Up.
It's Hulaween.
The non-cruelty farm.
Yeah.
Wake the non-cruelty.
Where the animals dance.
Yeah, fuck yeah. They should be able to dance and live, and just, we don't have to use them. Like, they're here by their own right.
They don't have to pasture. They don't even have to pasture rotate if there's no fences.
They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, why do we think that they have to do anything for us?
Right.
They
so
don't.
The other morning, I was down here before any of the other people showed up when we were building, and there was a blue bag in the middle of the sand here, and it started moving. And then all of a sudden, a squirrel popped out of it with an apple in its mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of looked at me, dropped it, and dropped it. And it kind of looked at me and it saw it. I was just like, I was just observing it, you know, I was just like, you're cute. Picked it back up, and then it took it up this tree above the spiders. And it set it up in that little tree crotch right there. And it was there for like 2 days.
The apple?
The apple, yeah. He just like,
you were like, wait, how do we eat this?
Stored it, like, I want to make sure that guy can't get it. It was up here. Squirrels.
I made a bunch of cookies for Fab's team, and everyone went to work, and there was a squirrel that dove in and was literally eating the cookies and trying to store them. And then we all saw it and like jumped out and ran. But it was amazing because the jar had the lid on, and it like broke the lid, pushed it off, jumped in, got the cookies.
I've actually seen that. It's so cool to hear somebody else share that they've seen that. Honestly,
yeah.
It's validating for other people that are like, I didn't believe that.
Yeah, no, I was like, damn, I just made cookies for a family of squirrels. Like, that's so fucking cool.
Squirrels and elves and fairies and trolls and all of it here.
Is there somewhere that I can follow your stuff and read it all?
Yeah, you can find us at wakethefarmup.com, Instagram at wakethefarmup. Yeah, all the different platforms. You can subscribe to the show like Spotify, Apple, all the things. And I'm not doing like stealth ninja stuff.
No, it's not shiesty. Come on,
dude. This is a real thing, and no, we're down here in the swamps, loving it with my boy McCoy. Met up north in the electric forest, and we went through these little time portals, and waves, you know, popped out here again. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. It's great to be done with the show, man, because that was such a, just like electric forest, dog. It was, electric forest was boom, 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 and then okay, show's on. I can breathe. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and you know, now it's just time to relax. And like, you know, hula, different from forest, is something I've been doing for like four or 5 years, and it's been like my annual vacation, dog. Like, it's where I get to disconnect from being an adult. I get to do what I want, when I want, and pretty much how I want it within the confines of, you know, your bands and your wristbands and where you can and can't go. Right? So like, my phone don't work, which means I don't have to take no personal phone calls, no business phone calls.
Zingo.
I'm among all my homeboys, because I bring my friends with me, and like, we just party and rage, and we don't have to like think about, oh, I gotta do this in the morning. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, dang.
Yeah, it just cuts off.
Like, your problems ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You might as well take some space to enjoy yourself a little bit.
Man, that's what I try to bring that through everything, you know. It's like the theme of this show, Wake the Farm Up. We keep these conversations, you know, serious but seriously fun, you know?
Right.
So we've worked together, you know, we feel how we feel the high stress. Like, it's like that deep belt, that bass just undertone. It's like, but we'll be looking at each other and somehow it just makes it so much fun, you know? Like, we know we'll get to that part where we'll be like, woo, let's go see the show.
Right. But like at the time, like we'll lean into it, like when it gets hard, like there are times, dog, I leaned on you, was like, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna finish. I remember leaning on you, like, bro, they gave me this problem, they gave me this task. I thought I was good enough to achieve the task. Dog, I don't see how I get the task done. Like, it's day 4, we've got 2 days left. I'm not even halfway done. I don't see the end.
There's all these parameters.
Oh, fuck.
Parameters. Yeah, I love when I get to that point where I just like let go of all that to a certain extent.
Right.
Throw it all in and just like look at it like, all right, art creation time.
Right.
Okay, how am I gonna make this work?
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna make it work.
I wanna make it safe, I wanna make it work, I wanna make it whimsical, like put it all together, showtime. Somehow it all comes together.
It came together and it stayed on through the entire show, which I had no faith. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and I still did not trust that it was gonna work out. And it broke on the last night, and it was last night. It was fine.
Nice.
One strip stopped working at the very top, and I was like,
top of the stairwell.
Top of the stairwell stopped working at the very end, and I was like, it's time for strike, baby. It don't matter.
Yeah. It's ready to go.
It's ready. It's survive show, you know, and that's nice.
Coming out of this swamp, this energy here, this Florida cypress trees with their boots down. They all got like bell bottoms, you know?
Yeah.
And at night, just like the different three-dimensional textures they get with lights.
Like with the mist.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is. The music is fun. It makes you want to move a little.
Let's dance.
Really makes me want to play Nintendo 64. Really the vibe I get. Like Mario Kart 8.
It's like you went to get a snack. What? It's like on pause mode.
Start getting
Magic AF. Yeah.
So some type of Skyrim type as Nordic type thing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's watching his hand.
Soap. It's that soap ginger.
Oh yeah. No, my grandma's had it in her yard for years. I was really excited to see
That
it.
feeling is so good.
Cool.
Yeah. Probably jump into the water.
I love that soap ginger. Like being from the north, you don't get to play with it that much, but being a plant guy, of course, knowing about it, I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, I like Gainesville. I remember going there with Uncle Hill.
Yeah.
Uncle Hill took me down to the flow space.
Yeah,
I like that space with the little balcony.
Yeah, the balcony, and the old building with the arches, the brick, all the brick. It's a beautiful space, man.
Yeah, it looks like a place that, you know, could go from like the morning like yoga classes into like some other type of flows in the space into like the whole entire night show.
Yeah, they're working on that. They're bringing that. But yeah.
Dance at night.
Keep it lit.
Dance.
Hey, people were telling me that the Spirit Lake band can get you into backstage of the amphitheater. Is that true? Or another section?
I haven't tried. Find out.
The Lend program?
Oh, I eat a lot of shiitake mushrooms. It's like when it goes into the office realms, I just talk a lot of shiitake, man, and like just download TPS reports and all the things, you know, and send faxes, and it's like somehow like it's like almost like the old Micro Machine guy, you know, made by Mattel. It's like I can just keep I can keep office workers just in a zone because I'll just know those words that you can chime in, and they're like, whoa, I think I'm following it, but maybe I'm missing an adapter or something, you know, on what he's saying. Like right now, you feel like you're probably missing an adapter on what I'm saying, but it's just like some weird like freestyle stuff. I thought I'd catch it in the recording, so happy Hulaween, brother. So what do you like? What was some of your favorite cuts down here?
Favorite cuts. Let's go the J Ratty Batty.
Yeah, that was a good.
J Ratty Batty coming in. We roll in. It's like a Terapin rendition, right? I'm not a specialist, but he rolls into every ebb and flow. You're kidding me. He just scored a ground score joint. Russo's going Terapin, and then every other rendition, and then he finishes out still Terapin. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? It was like an hour of drippy dippy.
Yeah, drippy drums and space.
Everything, and then like
drums and bass.
Rolled it the whole way through Terapin. Uncle Danger on the voice here.
Cuts.
All right, what's up? We're with my boy Tiki down here. We're you know, in the edge of the music and the vending zone. It's where two ecosystems come together. There's so many colorful things here, and there's even a bizarre universe of costumes. It's wild. It's, you know, astrally hooping. We're together. We're down here with Tiki. Though. What's up, Tiki?
What's up? How you doing, Andy?
Good. You come down from one of the finest, right?
That's right. Vermont's finest down here in Florida. Just making our way through the estuaries down here. Mixing bog water and salt water and fresh water.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's like coming together, all these diverse species, mixing it up, jumping around, celebrating life. It's a pond. It's like a vernal pond when all the salamanders and frogs crawl back to it. You know, it's like time.
The algae's just getting to be enough that it can support enough salamanders for us to spring out of there. And I think by Monday we'll be on our way. We'll be developing flippers and feed by then.
That's amazing.
Tiki.
This music is popping, Andy. I feel the move to dance.
Pop it. Here we go. Love you, brother.
Yeah. We're down here at the elemental sanctuary of Duality.